Здравствуйте, товарищи, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright. I'm here ready to begin the trial phase of the first day. December 22nd, 9:45 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Karma. That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god. Not a single case. He'll do anything to get his guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Ugh. So, he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. And now he's gonna try and find you guilty? What a creep. Oh wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's ruthless as me times 20. That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya, huh? We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time to head in. Rabble, 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 rabble. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? How am I supposed to fight against this? I called the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. By the way, when I was talking about who... Describe the incident now! Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at this map. But when I was telling you that my favorite characters in this game, it's Manfred von Karma. He's my favorite character in the whole game. Because he is just so fantastically evil and awesome, and he will eat your face. Please look at this map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on that boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10, she heard 2 pistol shots. And then the boat started to move. I went towards the boat. It went towards the boat rental shop. Testify to the court about your arrest now. Wait, Mr. von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gravel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course. You're quite right. No, he's not. Witness testimony at the arrest of Edgeworth. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's when we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything, but the next morning a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now! Okay. My vocal cords need a little bit of rest, so I'm not going to yell hold it constantly. You received a call from a man. Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Oh, I love that objection. The woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today, I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping, Lotta Heart. What happened next, detective? Hold it! How long was it between receiving the reports and your arrival on the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is, get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing the department's secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Do that and you'll be able to look forward to your next salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. Hold it. Was Mr. Edgeworth, what was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Cold, hard, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Hold it. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court is not interested in your musings. Deep, trusting poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue now. Hold it! Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts the bullet into evidence. Pistol bullet added to court record. Hold it! What? Why is that? Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. This is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Ack, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Rebel, 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 rebel. Order, order. So, Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. accepted into evidence. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder, the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes, the ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking. To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Tisk, very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you can do it. Oh, good. Oh, doing his voice hurts my vocal cords. Ballistic markings are like fingerprints of a gun. Barrels leave distinctive marks at each bullet it fires. We can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. Is that actually true? I don't know if that's true or not, or if it's just, you know, a plot device for the game. In any case, it's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. Order, order. This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess, now! But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man! Yes. This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Oh. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. Oh, is there a, That foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that person, or that man, was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? You were right there. I heard a gunshot from very close by, and then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time he had shot himself. You mean it was suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh? How am I going to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya? What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. Ugh, I know. I'm not good for anything, am I, Nick? I can't call my sister, I may as well not be here. Oh, there's no way I'm going to tell her she's useless. No, I need you here. No, of course not, I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't need to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Aw, everybody has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any worse than it already is. It's bad for my heart. Sorry. Whoops. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Heart take the stand? Lotta Heart, you are a research university you're a research student at a university. That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well. Your testimony, please. Witness's account. It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car, and then a bang came out from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't another thing on the lake but that boat. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. It looks like the very moment of the murder. Rebel. Order. I will remove you from the court if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked out at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So, the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order. I will have order. Well, Judge, the evidence is decisive. I have little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant... Wait, Your Honor! I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. A cross-examination? We have photographic proof. What question could there possibly be? A photo is worth 1,000 words, and they all read guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick, contempt? Contempt of court, you know. I guess I understand. Well, what are you gonna do? Do you really think there was a contradiction in the facts in her testimony? I think there was. I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him on. Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Hold on, I'm just gonna pause. And sorry, I just wanna, you know. But yeah, sorry. I'm just gonna tell people that, I'm just gonna tell her that obviously I'm recording, and then I'm gonna shut off Skype so there will be no more interruptions. There we go. Any case. Alright, back to the game. Hold it. Just after midnight, you say? In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve, but Christmas Day. Huh? Well, yeah, I guess. I know you want to find contradictions, but really... I hope your next contradiction is a little bit more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. You were camping there? Why were you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? God, that objection's so sexy. I love it. What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, now I'm the one who says that. Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. So you weren't looking at the lake. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time. Nope. I looked after I heard that noise. She said that already. I ask you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Ugh. Hold it! Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at a picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Press further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men. Yeah, well, of course. The witness testified that she saw them. Also, there's a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped on that quick. He's hiding something. Okay. Hold it! Were you watching the very moment when the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. Really, I love him. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Hold! Excuse me. Hold it. You sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. Sure. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake? It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you. Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained! Yes, of course. Oh, great. Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems that you were unable to find a contradiction in that testimony worth nothing. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Huh? Nick, Lotta's testimony is fishy, Nick. Real fishy. I know what you mean, but I can't say anything. What can I do? Or if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficient enough to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Oh, who was that? It was me. Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? What? Why would he even ask that? Pervy old man. No, I do not. Lotta Heart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether or not you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life and death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense outbursts. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it, I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. No! Wait! I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. Wrong. Again. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have the right to cross-examine her again. Rebel, 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 rebel. Order, order, order! Order, order, order! You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Heart has made a new testimony. The defense does have the right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court! No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Mia Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Or, sorry, Maya. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya. Peh, I care not for this melodrama. Listen, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination of the last statement. I saw it clear as day. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Oh, well, I don't know if I can find anything in that. What would Mia say? For Maya. God damn it. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. You will find it, if you can. Wait, oh, fuck you, Judge, and your fucking penalties? You could rot in hell. Sorry for that outburst. Maybe I should be held in contempt of court. Okay. I'm pretty sure the obvious piece of evidence to present is the picture, considering it's obviously not clear as day. So, objection! Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What you want? Or you got what? What you want? I don't know. Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? The picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet, even it could not capture the faces of the men on this boat. Yet you claim to have seen Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? Rebel. Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said it, Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. Miss Hart, what? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. How Mr. Edgeworth was seen. You're right. It was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So I once finished setting up my camera and got back in my car. So I brought binoculars with me. When I heard that noise coming up from the lake, I looked out with my binoculars. See, no problem. Man, Southern accents are fun. You use binoculars. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. Hold it! So, how could you see Mr. Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types. Never find a gal where I'm from. Defense attorneys do have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Hold it. Your camera. Yeah, it's got an automatic. The issue we are concerned with is Miss Hart's seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. Objection sustained. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars? Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were looking out for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was it really there to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to the case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to the case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with your test, nothing with this, there will be consequences. Yes, I do. Always press furthers. Always undauntedly march forward. No matter what. This is a make or break it time. The camera is of the utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little bit overboard there. Very well, Miss Hart. You will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I'll hear you. ACV ready. Well, butter my biscuit. Sorry. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know, fog gets thick on the lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, huh? Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was you saw Mr. Edgeworth. No unnecessary comments, please. God, this is killing my vocal cords. If it was for the heavy fog, how would the binoculars change that at all? How do you mean? Even if the binoculars can't see through fog, but you say you clearly saw them. I did, yeah. Enough! There is no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me, but I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get, I'm gonna find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. Alright, yeah, right, cool. Blah de blah. Oh, yes, I think I present faces the lake. Objection! You were photographing the shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Ugh. Rebel. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well, then what exactly was she photographing? Show evidence. Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Gordy. Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy, Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let me see you prove I was down there at the lake to take photographs of Gordy. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. No joking around this time, please. Where's your proof that the witness was trying to... I'm not sure if I present the article or the camera. Because, I think it's the article again. Please be the article. Yes, this is it. Okay. The proof is the article about Gordy, the lake monster. According to this article, when Gordy breaks through the water, it makes a loud noise, which is why you set up your camera with the microphone so that it would respond to loud noises. And that's how you got this picture when the pistol fired. Rabble, 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 rabble. Order, order. I see. I too thought it was a bit strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take photographs of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah, not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to take a photograph of Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several minutes of our precious time to prove is nothing more than the witness is an idiot and thinks that monsters exist. Hey! But what she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding this whole thing about Gordy for some reason, and I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart, why do you hide the fact that you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right, fine. Fine. I'll testify. Won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. I'm gonna spot it. Oh. Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. I imagine what a scoop would be like to get a picture of a monster like that. So that's why I was camping out by the lake. And that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight out at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. And I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right there at the boat the whole time. Cross my heart and hope you fry. By the way, Obama's fucking gay. He's fucking gay as hell. Well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether or not she's a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Von Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? There was a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself, you must have something in mind. Ha! That would be a first. Ha 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 ha, very funny. You understand this is your last chance at a cross-examination, right? If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave, and I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! Then what manner of a person are you? I'm not sure I'm high-flouting enough to be called a manner or anything. An investigative photographer? Yep. You get your photo and you sell it to the press, and it's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures of my sister's graduation last year, and guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had sort of a revelation. I knew I should just become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Hold it! You're Gordy. Really? Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news, Rumor of the Month qualifies. Last month's show was Bigfoot sighted at Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper. For real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I believe you cannot win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. Hold it! That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera? Yep. Borrowed it from a friend at university. Analyzes every sound, picks up when it gets a bang. It snaps a shot? Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time that camera was triggered was that night. And that's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Hey, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Ah, is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually...
Mr. Wright, I will not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case.
Whatever you say, Von Karma. I know you told her to keep quiet. When I heard the bang, I looked straight at the lake. Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. There wasn't much else to look at? Yep. I don't know if she heard a bang and thought it was Gordy out there. I kinda doubt she'd waste time looking at a boat. What? What did I do now? You're giving me that. What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence.
Witness, continue.
Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. And then there's a flash here. Blah blah blah. Hold it. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? What, so you're thinking that maybe a shot came from some other place? I don't think so, nope. The lake was smooth as glass, and there was nobody on the shore neither. I better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. So yes, we have to, what do we present? I can't remember if it's, again, I present the article, or the overhead map. No, that's not what I present. I think it's the article. I could be wrong, though. No, I'm right. Miss Hart! Were you really looking at the boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. That was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree. Any normal person would. But you're far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give a second thought to that boat. Ah! Rabble, 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 rabble. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that we were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't have needed binoculars to watch that boat. You would have needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now y'all mention it. I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I just thought, I could be a witness to a murder and all. So I kind of got excited. But I was sure I was watching the boat till now. This is totally uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who's shooting in this. Right. That's why I took this photo in.
Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what? What was she gonna say? She took the photo in what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it, but you can't really tell from this photo who was shooting. That's why she said, we're going to enlarge the photo. She said, it'll drop the quality a mite, but she'd let us know who's who. She enlarged the photo. Why wouldn't Von Karma let her show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgewood, or worse. What should I do? Of course, make her show the enlargement. Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. But, that enlargement has not been presented to the court.
Because it does not exist.
What y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place, you old fool. How old is Von Karma? He is 65. Oops. Miss Hart, show the photograph to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence.
Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who's firing this. It could be the defendant, or it could not be. Regardless, I'll accept it as evidence. Lake photo added to the court record. Happy now,
Mr. Wright?
There has to be something.
You asked for the enlargement. You got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested not to show it.
I suppose that means the cross-examination
is over, obviously.
Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Heart.
And none too soon. That was a fragrant waste of my time.
Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I need to when this trial began. Decisive evidence, decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it's time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Really bad. What should I do? Object to the enlargement. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. Yeah, things are getting intense. What might that be? Rubber. Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Alright, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about the photo. Okay, well, I'll give you guys at home a little break. This is what one of my professors does. When she always asks a question, she says, now don't say it out loud. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about the question, and then, you can answer what you said. But what do you think's wrong with the photo? Give you guys 10 seconds. Okay, I don't know if that was 10 seconds. But yes, if you guessed it's his hand, you were right. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence the left hand contradicts. The pistol, because it has Edgeworth's right hand prints on it. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding a pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting in the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Rabble, 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 rabble. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You've given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired that pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't, then who shot our victim?
Precisely. As we have seen, there are no other people on the lake that night.
Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself. There is one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Rabble, 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 rabble. Order, order. So you're saying the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option.
I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Suicide is out of the question.
What?
An examination of the victim's wound reveals evidence that the distance which he was shot.
The distance?
The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away.
A meter? That's 3 feet. Yeah, thanks. Gotta tell all the American people who have no idea what a meter is, what it equates to. Anyway.
There is no way it could have been suicide.
I don't know, I think my arms are longer than a meter long, so if I could, hold the gun way far out and shoot myself. Anyway. Mr. Von Kammer, are you sure of the accuracy of your data?
Of course. I already had considered the possibility of suicide, you see.
Oh, God.
I see.
Well, very well. Allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings of this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. Court is adjourned. After this, I get to give my vocal cords a well-needed rest. Whoops! That was a close one. Hey! Don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look. I'm gonna go check on Maya. Oh? Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That is all. Yeah, I'm sure she'll be happy to hear you say that, Edgeworth. Jerk. I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. So the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. And thus brings to an end the first day of Case 4. Turnabout Goodbyes. And with that, I want to thank you guys for watching. This has been Joseph Isranov Stalin, and I'm happy to be signing off for now and giving my vocal cords well-needed rest. And maybe I'm gonna drink some hot tea. And isn't like ginseng supposed to help your vocal cords? I have no idea. If it weren't 1 a.m., I'd phone my mom. She knows about that kind of stuff. Any case, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope you'll join us next time for the continuation of the epic trial. And until then, you guys take care.